You might be surprised to know that the word genius has two plurals. Plurals are complicated, and sometimes they're formed in strange ways. For some words, like octopus, people disagree on what plural is best, and you can watch my video on the plural of octopus to find out why. But genius is different. It has two correct plurals, and you normally decide which plural to use depending upon what the word means in context. I'll explain how it works and why in this video. So, what are the two plurals of genius? One of them is geniuses, and the other is genii. This might not be too surprising, given that some English words ending in us, like bus, form their plural by adding es, and others, like cactus, form plurals like cacti. The unusual thing about genius is that the plurals are used for different meanings. Sure, sometimes people might use them interchangeably, but this is the standard pattern. Genius has several different meanings, but for simplicity I'll group them into three main meanings. The first is great ability, particularly in relation to intelligence. You might talk about the genius of Shakespeare, or describe someone's idea as a stroke of genius. The second is a person who has that great ability. You might say Einstein was a genius. The third is less common and refers to a type of protective spirit. Now, the word genius comes to us from Latin. The Latin word genius, spelt the same as genius, had two out of the three meanings of the modern English word. In Latin, genius referred first to a protective spirit, and secondly, to some great ability given to a person by such a spirit. This Latin word was later the origin of the French word génie, which means both genius and genie. English got its word genie by adopting the French word, and the word genius by borrowing the original Latin word. The reason why English has both words is a bit tricky to pin down, but it's all related to an interesting linguistic coincidence. In Arabic and Islamic theology, Jinn refers to a type of supernatural creature, with broader or more specific meanings depending on context. When French needed a word to translate Jinn, it simply used its form of the Latin word genius, because the two words, which are unrelated or perhaps very distantly linked, both sounded similar and had similar meaning. They could both refer to a kind of spirit. Later, when English needed a word to translate Jinn, it adopted the French word génie into English as genie. Meanwhile, the original Latin word genius was used for all the original Latin meanings. For this reason, the type of spirit which was called jinn in Arabic is called a genie in English, but the type of spirit which the Romans called genius is called a genius in English. So the English word genius has three meanings, two straight from Latin and one new meaning. The Latin plural of genius was genii, so you might expect that genii would be used as the English plural for the meanings great ability and spirit. In practice, because great ability is an abstract concept, it is uncountable in English, which means it has no plural. The only meaning of genius, which has the plural genii, is therefore spirit. The English language has extended the great ability meaning from Latin to include a person who has such an ability. In English, you can say both that someone has genius and that they are a genius. This has become one of the most frequent uses of the word, and both because of its common use and the fact that it's a new meaning, it has developed the regular English plural, geniuses. So genius is an unusual word because it has two different plurals depending upon the meaning. Did anything in this video surprise you? Are there features of English you've always wondered about? Comment below, like and subscribe.